Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Mark Noonan claims his ex showed up at their apartment with a gun and needs to pay for damages she caused. Elise Tomlin says the plaintiff got a big dog that caused the damage after she moved out. She's not responsible.
Mr. Noonan, you are suing Ms. Tomlin for $3,690 in property damage that you say she should be responsible for. How do you two know each other?
She's my ex-fiance.
Okay, were you living together?
We were living together for almost 4 years. We were high school sweethearts. We even knew each other when we were in grade school. We reconnected in high school, been together since then. We had a child together. He is 5 years old, Brandon. And, we split up, and in that process, there was damages that I believe she is responsible for.
How did you guys split up?
She actually cheated on me.
How'd you find out?
She did tell me, but she had to. She was pregnant.
Did you have the child?
I had a miscarriage.
Okay, but
I wanted to work things out. I was
with him?
I was giving our family another shot. Like I know that.
But you had another baby, like in you at the time.
Yeah.
So she tells you that you guys break up. You stay in the apartment, and do you make her leave, or she chooses to leave, or how does this go?
I firmly requested that she would leave the apartment.
He kicked me out.
He kicked you out? He said, get out. Because of what you told him. And
Correct.
you did get out.
Yes, with our son.
She did leave the apartment, but she came back whenever I was not expecting, and I was in the shower, and she came in out of nowhere, screaming like a crazy person, and actually had a gun, pulled a gun on me.
Your gun.
Wait, stop. You're taking a shower.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Your soon-to-be ex-fiance comes into the bathroom and does what?
Is waving a gun all over like a crazy person.
Where'd she get the gun?
That's not true.
Please wait a second. Where'd she get the gun? Do you know?
It was my gun.
Oh, it's your gun.
It's my gun. So she knew where it was. She knew where I keep it.
And she does what? What does she say when she comes in waving the gun?
She's demanding. She wants to get back together.
Wait, what does she say?
She's yelling at me. She's threatening me. She's saying she's going to call.
Those are all conclusions. The yelling is a description, but she's threatening me as a conclusion based on something she said.
She said that she was going to call CPS on me, that she could because I have a gun in the house, and she wants to get back together. And if I don't get back together, she's going to call CPS, and who knows what else she's going to do.
Child Protective Services.
Correct, yes.
And what else happens?
And she takes the toilet seat top, she throws it on the ground.
Wait, where's the gun when she takes the toilet seat top?
It's still in her hand, so she took it with one hand.
So with the gun, she picks up the toilet tank top?
Correct.
Not the seat, but the tank top?
The tank top.
The tank top.
The tank top.
Go ahead.
More with one hand, kind of picks it up, and because she only has one hand, it flies on the ground, breaks. I actually have a photo of the toilet tank.
Yeah, let me see it. And then what happens?
And then she goes out of the bathroom. She kicks the door.
Which door?
The bathroom door. She kicks the door open, and then as she's leaving, I stay in the bathroom, but I hear ruckus over the house, and she's just being loud, kicking things around, and then next thing I know, she left.
Do you know what else she kicked?
There was a hole in the bathroom wall, and there was just there's a kitchen.
How is there a hole in the bathroom wall?
She's swinging the gun. I didn't see that part, but whenever she left, there was
Wait, but how does swinging the gun create a hole in the bathroom wall?
It's a heavy gun. I mean, it's a pistol. It's a gun. I mean, it wasn't a huge hole, but
it wasn't a cannon. How did it create a hole in the wall?
She swung it. I think the butt of the gun must have hit the wall. I didn't see that happen. I was in the shower. I was scared to confront her at this point.
How long did you live there after she left?
5 months.
Were both your names on the lease?
Yes.
Okay. And who put down the security deposit? You did, or she did, or both of you did?
I did.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
May I tell my
Yes.
side of that story?
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. I did not want to get back together. I did not threaten him with a gun.
Well, you told me before you wanted to save your family.
Well,
So you
then
did
he
want to get
kicked
back
me out.
together.
Then he kicked me out.
Okay.
And he got a new girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
And a dog.
And a what?
And a dog.
A dog.
And a dog.
Okay.
I was back at the apartment to gather my things. He had been threatening child services on me. This is all out of spite. He's very upset. I get it.
Nothing
I know
like
he's
using
upset.
child services for spite. I mean, that's just, you know.
I picked up the gun to make a point. If he's
What
gonna,
was the point you made when you had the gun?
If he's gonna call child services on me, I can call child services on him for leaving a gun unlocked under the bed when there's a 5-year-old
What were you
in
doing
the
under the
house.
bed?
I knew where the gun was.
Oh, that's where he always keeps it. He doesn't keep it in a...
He doesn't
And
keep it in a
How
safe.
old's your kid?
5.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to do.
Crazy.
Is the gun
right?
loaded? Does it have a safety? What's going on with the gun down there?
I don't know. It's not my gun.
Okay,
I
so
take
you go...
it out to
Was
make
it
a point.
loaded? Does it have a safety? What's the deal?
It was not loaded. It had no bullets in it at
Okay.
the time, unless she put them in. But no.
So then why were you traumatized when she was waving it around? Were you worried she put bullets
She
in
could
them?
have. They're around.
Is she a
you
gun
know.
person? Does she know how to load a gun?
I don't think it takes much to put a bullet in, and I mean, I think she could figure it out. There's YouTube videos. I don't think she's ever shot a gun that I know of.
What do you think that happened? She goes down, she sees the gun, then she watches a YouTube video. How long is your shower?
Coming up on Justice for the People.
There was a judgment against me, but I was not able to.
Wait, so you didn't show up for court to fight it?
I had to work. I have to support this family.
Well, but you didn't ask for a continuance or anything. You know, listen, court's super inconvenient. You're here today, though.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Mark Noonan, who is suing Elise Tomlin for property damage.
So you went in there, and according to you, what are you saying?
I'm saying, hey, if you want to come at me, I have plenty to come at you for. So if you want to play that game, that's what we can do.
And where's the gun? In your hand?
The gun was in my hand. I was showing him. I left it in the bathroom. I did not pick up a toilet seat cover and
The toilet tank cover
the
he's
toilet
talking
tank
about.
cover and throw it on the ground while I was waving a gun around.
Did you make a hole in the wall with
I
your...
sure didn't.
Okay. Did you
And-
break something? Did you kick the
No,
door?
I didn't break anything or kick anything. And if we're talking about evidence, you can see from his picture that it wasn't thrown and slashed around. I have evidence that shows that the damage done to the apartment.
Wait, what do I see but from his picture?
It doesn't look like I threw it across the bathroom.
Why doesn't it? I don't know. What is it you're seeing that leads you to conclude that? What am I missing? I have no idea how that broke, but what am I...
All I can see is from what I just saw, but it doesn't look like it was thrown across the room.
What does it look like broke it?
It looks like it was set on the ground and broken. I don't know. I wasn't there when that was broken.
I don't know that either one of us can deduce that, but go ahead.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
Maybe I can't.
So
I'm making an
what
assumption.
happens to you? What ends up happening is you end up going... you stay there for how long?
5 more months.
And did you live there with the next girl?
No, I didn't. I was actually kicked out by the landlord.
Because?
Well, when he found out that I had a dog. But the reason
Are you supposed to have a dog?
Not unless it's an emotional support animal, but this was an emotional support animal. I just didn't clear it with the landlord first.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have had to get the dog, but I was so traumatized by this event. I had to see a mental health professional. Not only did the person I loved the most in the world and trusted with everything, my life, and I have a son with, not only was I betrayed by that, then I'm threatened, I'm alone, I don't have anything, no family around. So I didn't have anything, so I went and got an emotional support dog.
What kind of dog is your emotional support dog?
It was a shepherd mix.
A shepherd mix. Listen, my blood pressure goes down a great deal with dogs and cats. I don't know that necessarily makes it okay with your landlord. Yes.
Your Honor, it does appear from the evidence that the landlord sent with the damages report that it looks like a lot of the damages were made by a dog, if you would like to take a look.
Well, here's my question. How much was a security deposit?
It was $1,500.
And the landlord says that you owe him $8,000 in damages.
Yes, and I do have a copy of...
But here's what I don't understand. Did you go to court for that?
I did not. There was a judgment against me, but I was not able to make
Wait, so you didn't show up for court to fight it?
I did not. I had to work. I have to support this family.
Well, but you didn't ask for a continuance or anything until, listen, court's super inconvenient. You're here today, though. I see you had no problem coming here today, and it's in order to get half of what happened to you for not going the last time. Did you get notice to go to court when the landlord sued? Because you're on the lease as well.
I am on the lease. I did know that there were damages.
Did you
to the
get
apartment.
notice, though, from, did the landlord include you in the lawsuit?
No.
That's interesting. Are you the one who would pay the rent?
Yes.
So you don't show up in court, a judgment gets issued against you, and then what happens is they start garnishing your wages.
Correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, see, that's why you show up in court and you try to work it down and do whatever.
I'm learning.
Now, she's right when I look at this that the landlord lumps everything together, and a bunch of this is dog. Like, for example, the landlord wants you to pay for that, and that's not her, right? That's a dog.
Most likely.
Oh, most likely, as opposed to what? A ferret? Like what?
We lived there with the child,
Oh, come on, I know exactly what children do. This is not what
that is the dog, most likely.
Of course it's a dog.
But
what's this?
That is some water damage from the dog and from some
Water damage? Do you mean urine?
There's some urine, yes, in there, yes.
And some feces?
Well,
maybe?
Perhaps, yes.
Yep. All right. And what is this a picture? These are the pictures that the landlord showed. Oh, I guess there's some. Oh, that's probably the same thing? Dog damage?
Yeah, when where the dog bowl was, yes.
Yeah. How did this happen?
That, I believe, was her.
You believe, but did you witness that happening?
I was in the bathroom.
So you have no idea she did this. But
it was broken whenever I came out.
Go ahead, what?
It was broken whenever I came out after the...
Out of the shower?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you kick this?
No.
It's kind of sus that it was broken right after the shower.
If that's what happened.
Because you think he's lying?
Well, he's lying about a lot of other stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Coming up.
How is she responsible for your dog?
I would have never even had the dog if it wasn't for this situation.
That's so clever. All right, so you're saying if she hadn't broken your heart, you wouldn't have gotten a dog.
We're back with the case of Mark Noonan, who is suing Elise Tomlin for property damage.
Did you ever call the police when she came at you that day?
Well, the fact that she was willing to go this crazy, I figured she might be willing to lie to the police about what happened, paint me in a bad light, and therefore, who knows what can happen? Maybe I get arrested. And also,
do you ever get an itemized list from the landlord?
Yes, I do have the damages.
Look, can I see what the landlord gave you?
Yes, there's a. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor.
No, just wait a second.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Do you have pictures of the holes in the bathroom?
I do not. At the time, I took the picture of the toilet tank because I was just shocked by it and just took one photo for documentation.
Yeah, but if there's $1,500 worth of drywall damage to the bathroom door and because the toilet tank is a $380 deduction. If there's all this damage to the walls like amount to $1,500, why wouldn't you take pictures of that? I know you don't have prices at that point, but that's a lot of damage. So you took a picture of the toilet top, but not anything else? Even though you walk right out and you say, oh my gosh, look at that cabinet door, that's broken. You don't take a picture of anything else other than the toilet tank top.
Correct, Your Honor. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time.
So there's you had a $1,500 security deposit and an $8,880 judgment against you because you didn't show. And that leaves $7,380, so you're suing for half of that because you didn't show. And there was no negotiation or anything, and just got it because you didn't show. And all right, so now the landlord is demanding $5,200 for the unauthorized pet damage to the carpet. That's the bulk of this. How is she responsible for your dog?
I would have never even had the dog if it wasn't for this situation.
That's so clever. All right, so you're saying if she hadn't broken your heart, you wouldn't have gotten a dog?
I think it's a little more than breaking my heart, but correct. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Coming up.
What do you mean by minimally? Who else was taking care of the kid?
She's taking care of it, but I don't think very well, which is why I have threatened child services in the past, because every time I come home, there's an empty bottle of wine.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Mark Noonan, who is suing Elise Tomlin for property damage.
I mean, how long was your shower that she went around the house breaking every single little thing like this?
She was very angry, Your Honor.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, if she's very angry and a gun was just waved at you, put a towel around yourself and run out and get her out of there, right? Change a lot. Repainting smoke odor remediation. That's 700 smacks. Who was smoking in the bathroom and bedroom?
I wasn't smoking. I just think that's, you know, pet odor and some other things, and just from living, I believe.
What do you think it does to a judge when they see a litigant overreach like that? What do you think it does?
I don't believe I'm overreaching, Your Honor.
Oh, you think she should pay for the dog?
I think she should pay for half of the damages for the apartment.
And she should, because you had to get a dog because a dog makes you happy and she broke your heart.
She also lived there for free for how many years? I think it's within.
Now we get to
the right.
She lived there for free. Why? How? What do you mean?
Because I was working and supporting her
family. And what was she doing?
Not working.
Yeah, and was there a kid?
There was a kid that she, took care of minimally. She did take.
What do you mean minimally?
I was there all day, every day.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by minimally? Who else was taking care of the kid?
Oh, well, she's taking care of it, but I don't think very well, which is why I have threatened child services in the past, because every time I come home, there's an empty bottle of wine. Every time I come home, she's drinking. So I don't think she was taking the right responsibility for the child.
When you say that, are you saying when you were together with her, or are you saying afterwards?
Correct. Both, I believe. I can't prove it now.
How do you believe? What evidence do you have?
I don't know that afterwards. I don't know. Whenever she did come over that one time with the gun, I believe I did smell alcohol on her. But
how?
Now,
she was in the other room kicking and breaking windows in the spare bedroom and all that.
She came into the bathroom when that happened.
Did you break the toilet tank?
No.
Did you ever even lift the toilet tank?
No.
Judge Milian's verdict when Justice for the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
How are you going to prove your case, pal? How do you prove this case when so much of it is the dog and it's your word against hers on whether she flipped the toilet tank?
She admits she had my gun in the bathroom.
Oh, sure she does. And she says she brought it in to tell you, are you crazy? Why is this gun still here? We're not here. I'm not here to supervise. I have somebody who goes to you and says, I'm going to call CPS on you. That might be a reason to make up stuff later, and especially when you find yourself responsible for many, many thousands of dollars, you don't want to take the hit alone. She lived there, you paid the bills, you don't like it, you're mad at her, she did this to you, horrible thing, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just, you're not proving it by a preponderance of the evidence in front of me.
Your Honor.
In particular, when you try to loop in all of the dog stuff and then blame it on her because she broke your heart. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
I hope that you learn to take responsibility for the things that you should be paying.
You too.
Exit this way, please. Make sure you grab all of your belongings.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.